super excited because for me, June is truly the start of summer and it's always really exciting and inspiring to be preparing for a new season. In this video, I'm going to be sharing how I plan my month to be very goal and dream oriented, as well as sharing my summer bucket list to hopefully inspire you and give you some fun ideas that you can incorporate into the month as well. So before going on and planning the next month, I always like to take a moment to reflect on my previous month. So I'm going to be sharing a couple of the questions that I like to ask myself to do that. And I think by the end you'll see why it's really important to do that before moving on and planning June. So one of the first things I like to ask myself is, what were my highlights in the previous month? So what were my highlights in May? Some months it can be really easy to pick out the big highlights or even the smaller highlights, but if you're struggling to think of some things, try looking through your phone camera roll, since we tend to take pictures when we're happy, when we're enjoying the moment, and if you look through those, I'm sure you'll find so many big moments and small moments that you can just sit with and be grateful for. It also gives you a moment to reflect on what you value, what you would like to do again, and what you would like to do more of going forward into the next month. The next question kind of goes along with that, and that's, what worked for me in the previous month? It could be a new habit, a new hobby, a new recipe, anything. What did I enjoy and what would I like to do more of going forward? And last is, what didn't work for me and what can I learn from it? So don't view this as a time to dwell on negative things, but really to think about, what could I do differently? What could I change? What could I cut out? Habits, mindsets, what was not working out for me, and what can I do about it? What can I learn from it so that we can move forward and have a better plan? Now you could sit and ask yourself all of those questions mentally. I really like to write them down and get my answers out on paper. It's just what works best for me and clears my mind the easiest. But either way, after you've done all of that work and all that reflection, then it's time for the fun part, in my opinion, to move on to planning the month. Okay, so I've got my planners here. We're gonna do this together, and I've also got Cece. She's gonna help us out too. This list that I have is really in no particular order. It's kind of just a series of questions that I kind of use as a map to help myself plan my month. So the first one I have is, how would I like to connect with others / help others? So basically just trying to think of if there's anyone that we would like to have over, and also if there's anyone I can think of that needs help or encouragement right now. I do like to just take the time to think about those things so that we can schedule them, because with how busy we are, even just seeing friends can be put on the back burner sometimes. So we do have to schedule that kind of thing. The next one is kind of similar, and that's, how often can we see / spend time with family? Now my side of the family lives about an hour away, so we really do need to schedule it to make sure that we make the drive up there to spend time with them and see everyone, because that's something that's really, really important to me. But maybe your family lives in another state or even farther, then you could always translate this question to be, how often can I call or FaceTime or make future arrangements to go see them? I think it's just really important to think about that each month and make sure that we take the time for that. Next is to see, what can I check off my seasonal and yearly to-do list. So if you watched my Plan With Me for 2023 video, you'll see that I did a whole year bucket list for 2023. And so all of those dreams and plans that you made for yourself, the way that they don't stay just dreams is if you actually take a look and you try and see, what can I reasonably check off and what could I maybe fit into this month. And the next one can kind of go hand in hand with that. I like to think about what date night ideas we can do this month. So you could even combine those and see something that you put on your bucket list and think that would make a really great date. So Colby and I, about 2 years ago, we started doing a weekly date night, just something really simple, usually at home, very inexpensive, and we enjoy that so much. So I always want to make sure that we keep that up. So I like to have a list of just quick, easy, very simple date night ideas, but also in looking at that bucket list, you can see if maybe we can do something a little bit extra this month. I also have a video on some date night ideas if you need a little inspiration in that area. Next, I like to see if there's any new places that we would like to visit or explore. This could be a restaurant or a new hiking trail, just anything like that, something new and exciting. This month we're actually traveling, so I'm gonna count that as that for us. But even if you're just staying locally, you might be surprised. There's probably a new restaurant that's popped up that you haven't tried before, or a new farmer's market or experience, just something like that. But I like to take a moment to just look around and think, what would we like to try that's new and exciting to make a nice little day of it. So that is it for kind of the formula of how I'm going to schedule my month of June. Now let's get into my summer bucket list. I also just wanted to share that I really enjoy making a mood board for each season before I make my bucket list. I just use Pinterest and I like to go on there and just look up some inspiring photos and think about what I want this season of my life to look like, and I just add them all to one little board. I can share mine down below if you're interested in seeing what mine looks like, but I really suggest doing this before you make your own personal bucket list too, because it just gives you so much inspiration. So first on our list is lazy days by the pool. It is not summer in my opinion until you have a proper pool day. Next is fresh berry picking. This is something that we had on our spring bucket list actually, and we didn't get to do it sadly. We had it all planned out. We were gonna go strawberry picking, and then the farm actually ran out of berries pretty early in the day and we just didn't get to it. So I think we'll definitely make sure that we do it in the summer and maybe do blueberries or whatever they have in season at the time. Next is go chasing waterfalls. I feel like this is on my list every single summer, but I truly love it so much. In Georgia, we have so many beautiful hiking trails and waterfalls up in North Georgia. I definitely want to make sure that we get up there and explore some new ones. But wherever you are, I would definitely just suggest getting out in nature and taking a walk or a hike somewhere and enjoying something beautiful. Next up is make limoncello. This is something I actually want to get on pretty quickly because it has to sit for a while in order to make it, but it's this really delicious lemon liqueur. I made it about 2 years ago. I don't know why it's taken me so long to make another batch because it is so good, but I'm really excited to do that this summer, and I'll probably document that whole process in a video too, so definitely subscribe if you want to see that. Next is to have a summer soiree, so basically a welcoming summer party. My vision for it is just to have a bunch of girlfriends over and have pasta and wine and just chat and have nice conversation. I may or may not already have it planned, and I may or may not be filming that as well, so definitely again subscribe if you would like to see that. It's going to be very, very cute. Next is go to a drive-in movie. I saw this picture on Pinterest where someone turned the whole back of their van into this like cozy little spot to watch a drive-in movie, and I'm obsessed with that and I want to do it so bad. Next thing I want to do is get back into Pilates. I think that a new season is a great time to reset your workout routine. Pilates is something I used to do a lot of in the past and I really, really enjoyed it, and I kind of got away from it, so I would really like to get back into that. Next is go to a winery. There's something about a winery in summer. We kind of have plans to do this. I hope that it ends up working out. I'm really hoping, but we'll see. I think that would be a really lovely time. Next on my list is to start my indoor plant collection. So in years past, every spring I would buy a bunch of indoor houseplants, and I'm embarrassed to admit I would kill them. So this year I was like, we're not doing that. It's not fair to the plants, so I did not purchase any. Well, I take that back. I have like 2 cactuses and an aloe plant, okay? Like, it's something. But this season, I have been so focused on my garden and growing things, and I've actually been doing a really good job at keeping everything alive out there. So my confidence is back up. I think that I can get some houseplants. Next is learning embroidery. I have a couple clothing pieces that I think would look so adorable with little embroidered flowers on them, but I have no idea how to do it and no idea where to start. So I might pick up just like a very beginner's embroidery kit and go from there, but that's definitely something new that I would like to learn this season. Next is play disc golf. This is a sport that Colby really enjoys that I think I've played a couple times, and we have a couple new courses that popped up in our area and he loves it. I am not good at it, but I would like to do that more. I think that would be a really fun date thing to do, and again, just something new to learn and do together. Next is to grill out more, finding new recipes and all sorts of new things that we could grill. And last but not least, and that is take the puppies to the beach. We are so grateful that we've already taken a couple beach trips this year, so it might not happen, but I would love it if we could fit in an overnight trip just to take them to see the beach since they've never been, and I think they would love it. And that'll do it for my summer bucket list as well as for this video. Thank you so much for watching. It would mean so much to me if you could subscribe to my channel. As I mentioned, I have so much summer content coming up that I'm so excited to share with you, and I hope that you have a wonderful June. Until next time, bye. Can you say bye, Cece?